What's up guys, it's Lord Botho here with another video, and in the past few days my news feed has been flooded with one story about a new clone trooper from Star Wars. This comes to us from the New York Post. Star Wars unveils first transgender stormtrooper sister, and fans are divided.
Nope.
Something tells me that fans aren't really that divided on this. It's just that you want to say that we're divided. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of flack from a very vocal minority.
You are racist.
A new character in the Star Wars universe is causing quite a stir with fans of the franchise. The first transgender stormtrooper named Sister appears in the new book Star Wars: The Secrets of the Clone Troopers. According to X-Account Star Wars Holocron, the character Captain Rex gives a description of Sister in the book that says, when one of our kind expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow troopers, she figured she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged.
Yes.
Sister made her Star Wars canon debut in the 2022 book Queen's Hope. She served the Galactic Republic alongside Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Clone Wars.
I don't care!
So there you have it. Star Wars has a trans clone trooper now. And I think I speak for everyone when I say, who the hell cares? And I don't mean who the hell cares like, oh, you're a bigot for caring about this. Look at how stunning and brave she is, blah, 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 blah. Who the actually hell cares about Star Wars now? Who the hell actually cares that they put a trans clone trooper in Star Wars? When I first saw this, my immediate reaction was, yeah, sure.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Go ahead, put a trans clone trooper in the stories. It doesn't matter anymore. We've already ruined Star Wars. And Star Wars is going to keep being ruined because there is a person at the top who runs Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy, who is not going anywhere. And it's been made abundantly clear that everything Kathleen Kennedy is putting out in terms of Star Wars content is based upon her agenda and her beliefs.
Put a ticket in and make her name it gay!
What she wants to do with the stories. Making the Force female, right?
Shut up, silly woman!
And not being true to the actual lore that Lucas has set up. And filling in the gaps of the lore with whatever woke bullshit she wants to put in, as well as decanonizing the EU, while also picking the corpse of the decanonized EU to fill in the gaps of the stories that you don't know how to write.
Weird.
Because you can't have it both ways. You can't have a decanonized EU while also stealing ideas from the EU to put in your stories because you need filler and content. This is what Star Wars is now. It is simply a platform to push this kind of agenda. It is simply a platform so these people can tout how stunning and brave and different they are from everyone else in society.
Yes.
And make it all about themselves in the most narcissistic way possible. It's not about appealing to fans. It's about appealing to themselves and the people that identify with them specifically.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
And if you don't support that, well, they simply call you a bigot and say that you're not a fan. I'm honestly shocked this hasn't happened before now. And they say that this character has existed since 2022. So quite clearly it has happened before now. It's just that people are catching up with some of the more extreme bullshit that they've snuck into their stories that people weren't actually paying attention to before, because there was still hope that they might right the ship and come out with a few good stories, right? We were hopeful when we got The Mandalorian, right? We were hopeful when we got news of shows like The Acolyte and Andor and etc. But now clearly this is what Star Wars is. Everything is agenda. Everything is political and social cultural beliefs.
Great, and will you be voting for the giant douche or the turd sandwich?
They always like to clap back, oh, Star Wars was always political. While I would argue that it wasn't, much of Star Wars was simply just allegory for mythological tales and Shakespearean storylines, I would also say that even if Star Wars was political from the beginning, it was never political to this extent. When we're covering the most minute of agenda ideas, in specifics, within the bounds of Star Wars. But like I said, because of who's at the top, because of who she hires, and because of the way the whole system at Lucasfilm is set up, Star Wars is essentially a lost cause as long as it's in Disney's hands, as long as it's in Kathleen Kennedy's hands, and it's just never going to change from this. Now, if that's your cup of tea, go out and enjoy it. But I'm telling you right now, this is not the kind of thing that appeals to a mass audience, and it's why the franchise is quite honestly failing and going to continue to fail. And it just makes me sad to watch something I was so in love with as a kid go down the tubes so quickly and so horrifically like this. But that's just my thoughts on the subject. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.